The Congo rainforest holds a secret most people never consider. This single stretch of jungle, covering over 1.4 million square miles across 6 nations, quietly absorbs more than 1 billion tons of carbon dioxide every year, making it one of the most critical life support systems on the planet. Yet almost nobody talks about it the way they talk about the Amazon. What happens inside this forest, the creatures that rule it, the relationships that sustain it, and the forces now threatening to unravel it, is a story far stranger and more urgent than most people realize. The Congo Basin rainforest is the second largest tropical rainforest on Earth. It regulates climate, cycles water, and shelters life that exists nowhere else. 30% of all species here are endemic. To understand the Congo is to understand something fundamental about how life on Earth actually works. In the flooded forests of the north, the African forest elephant moves like a shadow between the trees. Loxodonta cyclidus is the smallest of the 3 living elephant species, standing roughly 1.5 times shorter than the savanna elephant, with a maximum height approaching 10 feet and a weight reaching 6 tons. Its tusks grow shorter, straighter, and point downward, an adaptation for moving through dense undergrowth. Those tusks are also harder and heavier, functioning as tools for digging minerals and clearing paths through thick vegetation. Forest elephants live in small family units of 2 to 3 individuals and communicate using infrasound, low-frequency calls far below human hearing, that travel vast distances through the forest. Their most important role may be invisible. They disperse seeds across miles through their digestive system. Certain tree species can only germinate after passing through an elephant's gut. Scientists estimate that if this species disappeared, the carbon storage capacity of northern Congo forests could fall by 6 to 9%. The African leopard does not garden, it waits. Measuring between 4 and 6 feet in body length, with males weighing up to 200 pounds, leopards are built for vertical movement, climbing, stillness, and sudden explosive strikes. Their spotted coats mirror the fractured light of the canopy. The leopard attacks at speeds reaching 37 miles per hour, then drags prey high into trees away from competitors. Its roar carries nearly 2 miles through the forest. Without the leopard, prey populations tip out of balance. Moving south, dense forest gives way to drier woodland and open savanna. Plain zebras, Equus quagga, reach over 8 feet in length and nearly 850 pounds. Their digestive system processes coarse, low-nutrient grasses most herbivores cannot use. When threatened, they reach 40 miles per hour, and their stripes create visual confusion that makes it difficult for predators to isolate a single target. In the semi-arid northern transition zones, Grevy's zebra, the largest wild zebra on Earth, up to 9 feet long and approaching 1,000 pounds, can survive 5 days without water. Its population has collapsed by 80%, with only around 3,000 individuals remaining. Among the antelope of the southern Congo, the impala stands apart. Athletic and fast at 37 miles per hour, impalas can leap 10 feet vertically and 33 feet horizontally. When a herd erupts into flight, the chaos of leaping bodies in every direction disorients predators. Scent glands on their hind legs release chemical signals during escape, allowing herd members to follow each other through dust and confusion by smell alone. The waterbuck takes a different approach. Heavy males weighing nearly 600 pounds use rivers and swamps as escape routes, while their musky, waterproofing coat is so pungent that lions often avoid hunting them when alternatives exist. Those lions, the Katanga subspecies, are the apex predators of the southern Congo. Their population has declined by 43% over 20 years, with around 23,000 remaining. Adult males weigh 600 pounds and stretch 10 feet from nose to tail. Prides of 15 to 40 individuals bring down prey many times their individual weight, including African buffalo exceeding 1,900 pounds. Eastward, the Virunga and Rwenzori ranges push through the clouds. This is the exclusive habitat of the mountain gorilla, Gorilla barrenjae. Its coat is thicker and longer than lowland gorilla species, adapted to cold and moisture. Silverback males weigh up to 485 pounds, stand nearly 6 feet tall, and have an arm span of nearly 9 feet. An adult male consumes up to 44 pounds of vegetation daily. Troops of 5 to 30 individuals are led by a single silverback who makes decisions, resolves conflicts, and defends the group with his life. South of the Congo River, the bonobo occupies its only natural refuge on Earth. Sharing 98.7% of DNA with humans, bonobos are among our closest living relatives. Their society is matriarchal, led by coalitions of females, and social cohesion is maintained through affection and alliance rather than aggression. In chimpanzee territories of the Central Congo, a different intelligence operates. Chimpanzees recognize themselves in mirrors, a cognitive feat shared only with humans, dolphins, elephants, and a handful of other primates. They hunt cooperatively, using specific vocalizations to coordinate roles, blockers, chasers, ambushers, and share kills according to social rank. High in the canopy, the African gray parrot serves as the forest's alert system, using complex calls to signal danger and maintain contact across the canopy. On the forest floor and in slow rivers, the Congo dwarf crocodile, the world's smallest crocodile, reaching just over 6 feet, controls small animal populations and cleans waterways by consuming carcasses. Overhead, the African white-backed vulture patrols the sky on a 7-foot wingspan, locating carcasses and removing them efficiently, keeping the landscape clean of disease. Along the western coast, mangrove forests protect coastlines and provide nursery habitat for aquatic species. Here lives the western lowland gorilla, the most numerous gorilla subspecies, with males weighing around 399 pounds. Their diet is highly frugivorous, consuming at least 97 plant species. Despite their physical power, they are docile and conflict-averse, preferring displays to actual combat. In the canopy above, the black and white Angola colobus performs extraordinary aerial acrobatics, leaping up to 49 feet between trees, its 30-inch tail acting as a rudder. This entire system, elephants dispersing seeds, leopards controlling prey, gorillas shaping vegetation, vultures cleaning carcasses, crocodiles regulating waterways, functions as one interconnected whole. And it is under threat. Over the past century, average temperatures in the Congo Basin have risen between 1 and 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Projections suggest a further increase of up to 4.5 degrees by 2050. This disrupts the biological clocks of hundreds of species simultaneously, altering breeding seasons, flowering periods, and migration timing in ways that cascade through the food web. Rainfall patterns are also shifting, with some areas recording 15% more precipitation during the rainy season and others facing dry season reductions of up to 20%. Deforestation compounds every pressure. From 2002 to the present, the Congo rainforest has lost approximately 41 million acres of primary forest, roughly 6% of its total primary cover, an area comparable to England. The annual loss rate more than tripled between 2010 and 2014, driven by agriculture, logging, and mining. Fragmented forests cannot support the same populations. Migration corridors are severed. Genetic diversity declines. Approximately 5.5 million tons of bushmeat are consumed or traded each year in Central Africa, a phenomenon researchers call the empty forest syndrome. Yet the story does not end there. Mountain gorilla conservation stands as one of the most significant wildlife recovery achievements in modern history. In 2008, fewer than 700 individuals remained. By 2023, confirmed numbers had grown to over 1,600, the result of sustained collaboration between the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, and Uganda, combining anti-poaching enforcement, habitat protection, veterinary care, and community-based ecotourism. In the Republic of Congo, the Odzala-Kakua National Park has seen meaningful progress in elephant conservation since African Parks took over management in 2010, with drone and real-time tracking systems now covering remote areas previously impossible to patrol. The Congo rainforest is not a distant concern. It absorbs carbon that would otherwise accelerate warming across the entire planet. It regulates rainfall patterns affecting agriculture far beyond Africa's borders. It shelters species whose genetic diversity represents an irreplaceable archive of biological information. Every acre lost, every species pushed toward extinction, weakens a system the whole world depends on. What happens next depends on choices being made right now, by governments, industries, communities living alongside this forest, and people far away whose consumption drives demand for the products that replace trees. The Congo has survived millions of years of geological change. Whether it survives the next century is a question with a human answer. If this journey through one of Earth's most extraordinary places moved you, share it. Subscribe for more stories about the natural world, because understanding it is the first step toward protecting it.